Have a look at these two pictures and see what you think. Here's the first one. And here's the second one. I think you instinctively know which one of those I'm going to tell you is the one we should be aiming for. In fact, it said healthy foods on it, so it's a bit of a giveaway anyway. Point number one, you might want to make a note of some of these things, is eat whole foods. Avoid processed chemicals and refined sugar. Eat whole foods, avoid processed food, chemicals and refined sugar. The very best foods for you are whole foods. What do you understand by whole foods? Whole foods are as close as possible to their natural state. As little processing and reconstituting as possible. So foods as they are found in nature, cooked and eaten as you find them. The aim is to reduce the amount of processed food that you eat because of all the additives and the extra things that they put in it, and also the things they take out of it as well. So we're aiming to eat more fruit, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, oats, seeds, pulses, all that sort of thing. And cutting down on processed foods, which are things like biscuits, cakes, sweets, white flour, white pasta, white rice, sugar, soft drinks, all that sort of thing. But why? Why do we need to be eating whole foods and to be avoiding some of the things that are quite attractive to the lot of us? Well, first of all, whole foods are much more satisfying. They are full of goodness and nutrients and all the things that your body needs. Processing of food removes a lot of that goodness, as well as adding things that you don't need. Whole foods are full of fibre. Fibre is good for your bowel health, for controlling cholesterol, and also for helping you to lose weight. Unrefined carbs help you to control the highs and lows of your blood sugar, and also they contain fewer chemicals, so your body is not going to have to work hard in order to try and expel them. I also mentioned less refined sugar. What is the problem with sugar? Well, sugar is a highly unnatural substance for our bodies to process. It causes more problems than you might realise. I'll just read you the list of some of the things that are caused by too much sugar. Tiredness, mood swings, stress, anxiety, lack of concentration, headaches, dizziness, palpitations, weight gain, high cholesterol, thyroid problems, diabetes. It's added to a huge number of processed foods. It's not only added to things like cakes and biscuits. You would be surprised how many other substances it's added to. For example, things like soups, ketchups, all sorts of processed foods that you might not think of as being sugary. Anything that ends in OSE, so glucose, fructose, sucrose, all those kind of things are sugar by another name, and they won't always appear on the label very high up because they'll split them down into all those component parts. But every one of those is actually sugar, and you want to try and cut down on that if you possibly can. The other thing that's in a lot of processed foods is too much salt as well. So salt is another thing where it's in so many processed foods you might not even realise it. It's in almost every can or packet that you are going to buy. So yeah, wherever possible you want to cut down on that as well. So learn to read the labels. If you're going to buy processed food, then look at the label before you buy it. It's quite a good tip to avoid things that contain ingredients that you can't pronounce, because they're likely to be chemicals and not natural products. Beware also of products that contain more than about 5 different ingredients, because again, they're going to be highly processed and they're not going to be in their natural state. And also, if fat or sugar come high on the list of ingredients, then that's another one that you want to beware of. So, point number 1, eat whole foods, avoid processed foods which contain chemicals, and eat less refined sugar.